All right, y'all. So is this what we doing? Are we really doing this, you guys? Tell me we're not doing this. Tell me we have not stooped to an all-time low where we are shading Miss America. Tell me we're not doing it. Tell me we have not gotten to the point that we are shading Miss America and basically saying she's not aging well. Is it what we're doing? I think this is the picture that has everyone pretty much in an uproar that we are shading Miss America. What we would consider the epitome of beauty, of elegance, and class. That we are shading her. Like, shame on us if that's what we're doing. I don't believe it. But I do believe it. I believe it. Let me just say this, okay? Because I find this very hilarious, okay? But let me go ahead on and say this. When 2020 showed up and shut everything down, let me just say it this way. When it came to entertainers, celebrities, I was shocked that some of you all do look the way you do without your haircut, without your makeup, without your face shaved, without the color, like without all of the glitz and the glamour, without putting your face on. Male and female. I was like, you really look like this? Like, I didn't know some of you all, a lot of you all really do. You don't look good well, I take that back. You don't look like you do in the picture or in the movies. I realize that's a whole lot of snatching and grabbing and pulling and placing and taking off. I understand that. I truly do. Okay. But I was just shocked. It was a lot of you all who really and truly needed to quickly get to your stylists, your barbers, your hairdressers, your makeup artists. I realized that you guys really, and how much we appreciate you guys for going. Let me get that out the way first of all. 2020 showed us. I'm sure there are probably some pictures in the year 2020 that we probably will not see eventually because y'all probably take those down because it looked that bad. You really do look like you all did not age well at all. But this is not what we're talking about. No, we're not. That's not where I'm going with this. Whew. I am shocked and surprised that we are saying to Miss America. See, that's my point of view. Miss America, like we are dissing Miss America, period. Like, I don't care if she's white. I don't care if she's black. You're dissing Miss America. Yeah. Like, you should be ashamed of yourselves for dissing Miss America. Now, I understand what some of you all out there were saying. You're probably going to say, well, there was a time that the Miss America, they only, recognize a certain kind of beauty, and she had to be a certain color. I also understand that. I do. She's the first black one. I understand that as well. And some of you out there probably say, well, she was light, bright, and dang near white. So you might say, she don't represent us, when it comes to, the color. I understand that too. But I also understand how we have allowed the media, the entertainment world, to make us believe in a certain standard of beauty too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me share. See, I can't talk about this and you all without talking about myself, right? Okay, so let me tell you something. It took me a while to get to the point where the gray in my beard I was comfortable with. Took me a while. Now, keep in mind, I had gray hair when I was in my preteens, like going into my teens. Before I graduated high school, I had gray hair somewhere near around in my head. I did. It really started to show up on the side, is where really the gray started really showing up. Okay. It would be here, a little bit here, and a little bit there. But for the most part, it started showing up around here. It is what it is. I was in my 20s. Okay. Now, I'm really not that old. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I'll put it this way. There are some men in my age who are not gray in my age bracket. Okay. My brother, he's older than me, doesn't have gray hair. My older brother, and he's a year older than me. Well, a year and a half older than me. No gray hair. Okay. And so now as I've gotten older, I see men my age and I'm saying to myself, why am I so gray? You know, now, because to me now the gray, as it once was the fact that I had it and no one had it, I felt kind of good and kind of cool. I was like, okay, well, yeah, you ain't got it, I got it. You know how the older people make you feel good when they see you young and you got hair. Oh, baby, that ain't nothing. That just means you got some wisdom, right? So now as I get older, people are like, what you stressing out for? You got this going on, you got that going on, and you know, oh, you know, you're a nice looking guy, but why you got this gray hair, you know? Like, and so I'm a little self-conscious about it. I have to tell you, especially when it starts to, you know, grow and I haven't shaved it down, because when it was dark, I didn't mind growing out my beard when it was dark. But now that it's gray, oh gosh, I do. I don't like it. So, and not only that, it doesn't look full. So now I try to keep it low. So here's where I'm going with it. I have to tell you, I'm self-conscious about the gray in my beard. To me, it's like it makes me look older. All right. And I don't want to shave my face and go completely just hairless on my face, because then I'm like, oh, I just don't think I'm going to look good with just, you know, no hair on my face. I can't do that. You understand? So I'm like, okay, this is where it is, and this is how I'm going to rock it. Now, there was another thing too, bald head. I understand bald head is in style and so on and so forth, but I didn't intentionally want to go bald. Do the bald head. I was comfortable with my hair. I had good hair. Like growing up, you know, our culture, got good hair. I had good hair. All right. But I want to be like everybody else. So when I noticed that, you know, guys started getting the cornrows and we wanted to be like Allen Iverson, I was like, okay, I want to do that. So that's what I did. I started doing that. What ended up happening, as soon as it was done, I started doing this and rubbing in my head. I'm like, ooh, my head itching. I started patting the top of my head because it would just itch. Anywho, so there was also a phase that I went through where I went through the curl phase. Yes, I had a curl too for about 3 months. I didn't keep it that long. But anyway, I had a curl too. So between the cornrows and getting the curl, my hair was pretty much down to my shoulders. Yeah, I had that kind of hair. So anyway, so one day, I'm like, forget it. I had the cornrows and I'm like, I'm taking them down. So when I took them down one day, I don't believe I'm telling this story, but anyway. So one day I finally just took them down and I had enough. I was like, so imagine having a head full of hair And all of a sudden, it's this much out here, but it's that low in the middle. It was gone. You didn't have to tell me twice. I went straight to the barber shop, cut it down because my hair was coming out. Okay. So then after I did that and started keeping a low haircut, one day I'm in the mall. There I am walking through the mall. I'm on the second floor. I'm walking through the mall. I don't know what possessed me to look at myself through the glass. Like, you're walking down the mall and, the stores have glass, right? And so I don't know. I just happened to see myself. But for whatever reason, I'm looking right here. I could tell that it was like right here. There was a spot right there that looked like my hair. I was bald, like there was no hair here, even with a low haircut. I was like, what is this? So when I realized I was going bald right here, you didn't have to tell me twice. I'm indecisive about a lot of things. But one thing I wasn't indecisive about was making sure that I went bald that day. So there I am at the mall. I'm like, oh no. I immediately went. I got me some products to shave my head. The guys who I was hanging around with at the time, pretty much all of them were bald. Okay. I don't know if it was on purpose or what, but they were all bald. Okay. Young guys. I was like, I was that mall was close by to where one of them was staying, and I was like, listen here, I don't know what you guys do, as far as how you cut your hair, shave your hair, whatever it is, but I got this stuff. I'm coming over. You guys going to have to help me because I know I'm going bald. So we all got into the bathroom, and it was my first time. I didn't know what I was doing. So we ended up, when I came up out of that bathroom, my hair was slick. Okay. I was good. Showed up the next day. People at work the next day, people looking like, people have their comments. They're laughing. They're kind of shocked. Some of the people was telling me, ooh, okay, I like it. No, I don't like it. And the people who were saying they didn't like it, I told them, I don't care. You don't like me like that anyway, so I care what you think. But anyway, so I went through that phase, okay? And I'm more comfortable being bald, believe it or not, than I am with the gray. I am. It's just what it is, okay? And as I said, when I see guys my age who are not gray, I just go like, okay, what are you doing that I'm not doing? And of course, I went through the dyeing of phase. I would color my beard for a minute, but then I got tired of doing that. I was like, just forget it. I'm just gonna let it ride, Sally, let it ride. But we're dissing Miss America, and I understand what we're saying. We're saying black don't crack. I know. Let's just go ahead and put it out there. You just said this don't crack. I understand. What you're saying. And I don't think that this is a conversation about how people keep themselves up, okay? Collagen, Botox, removing fat from here, placing fat there, whatever that's called, plastic surgeries, facelifts, whatever we do to make ourselves look a particular way. But I would like to think that at this moment in time, in a world where people are almost plastic, like human beings, like, are you really real? this is a standard of beauty that we are dissing. Like, what do we expect? How do we expect to age? I guess that's the question. Have anybody ever really and truly thought about that? How do you expect to age? What is your idea of aging well? You know, because I'm going back to, the comment, black don't crack. And this is just all I'm saying. So I'm looking at this and it says she has a paternal great-grandfather who was African American. And she's also English, Welsh, Irish, Finnish, Italian, and Portuguese descent. Vanessa Williams. That's what it is. She got all of these things inside of her, all of these cultures, this ancestry. And yet, so how do we expect? What do we expect out of Miss America to age well? I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me because I just don't know. I could be wrong because this is kind of not such a good territory anyone wants to be in or to talk about, because we're talking about, let's just say for the most part, women and what women go through in order to make sure they look a particular way. For the most part, well, nowadays everybody is doing it, but for the most part, men don't do that. For the most part, not going through all those changes. Well, not back in the day. That's what I'm saying. Maybe now, but not back then. Oh gosh. Hold on, you guys. Let me do this real quick. Ain't this a kick in the head? Oh. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. But for the most part, men are not doing that. But I can see from the Hollywood perspective that men do it, from, looking at men in Hollywood. Like, you guys really do need to do that. I saw it. I saw some of you all and I was like, no, you definitely need to hurry up and get back to your barber, and whatever else they doing to you, because you look a mess. But that's not it. So I think I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, I'm about to lose power. That's what that was. And I had to go and get my cord real quick. So I apologize for that. Those of you who stayed around, thank you for staying. But do we really want to enter into that when it comes to females? After all of the things you guys do and have done historically to make yourselves look great. Now, let me tell you something about this, and I'm glad it's coming up. I remember, oh gosh, I thought, this is me, okay? I thought women really did. I thought you guys really got yourselves together. You understand what I'm saying? Like, really, like, make sure you looked good and all that stuff. And, you went through all the things you went through because you wanted a guy to, find you attractive and approachable and all of that. Women, you don't do that. I was so shocked to find out that's not, You can say that all day long. When you getting dressed and getting together, catching a man is the last thing on your mind. No, you want to look good, but you're not looking good for the man. You're trying to make sure that you look better than the next woman. Yeah. See, one day I happened to go into this salon. Well, it wasn't a salon. Well, you call it a salon, right? Well, anyway, it's pretty much the manicure pedicure shop, right? And so when I went in, I looked around, and it was packed. It was jam packed. Really was, this particular location. And when I went in, I saw all of these women, I mean, toe to toe. And I'm like, all of these women are in here. And I was saying to myself, I was like, y'all in here doing what y'all do. This ain't about no dude. This ain't about no guy. No, it ain't. You guys are competing against each other. You're not. No, you're not. It's all about making sure you look better than the next woman. Yeah. That's what it is. But anyway, so like I said, I dare not enter into that territory. I really dare not enter into that territory. Because now that I think about it, I didn't look to see who was saying what about Vanessa Williams. I wasn't. Like, was it men saying that she didn't age well, or was it women? I want to think that maybe a woman, this is women territory, basically saying that, she's not aging well. Because now that I think about it, let me stop. I'm about to enter into, like I said, I don't want it's going to be really controversial, because I was about to say, well, a man is not necessarily will be happy. It's Vanessa Williams. Man, I'm married to Miss America. Like that. I'm married to Vanessa Williams, and Miss America's the singer, Vanessa Williams. Right? Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just blowing my mind to think. But as I said, we've gone through this place in society where what are we doing when it comes to this standard of beauty now? Okay, let me go back to my facial hair again. Obviously, if I have facial hair, then I have hair on my body, right? There was a point in time where it was popular. You were a man if you had hair, on your face, on your body. It didn't care if you had hair on your chest. Like it now, people will tell you quick if you have hair on your body. Oh, you unhealthy. You're not clean. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be hairless from, all over your body. I'm saying to myself, what does hair and health has anything to do with it in my mind? Because I'm saying to myself, like, what makes your body clean is H2O. Do you clean your body? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you clean? Like, do you have good hygiene? It's not about if you have good hygiene, if you have hair on your body or not. I think what makes you have good hygiene is if you clean your body. But anyway, I'm sorry. I know. It is what it is. It's just I just can't believe we're doing this with R&B diva Vanessa Williams. I just can't believe that. And I like to think that it probably does at some moment in time take a toll, because if I'm talking about just the gray in my beard, everybody probably has some kind of flaw. Well, when I won't say a flaw, Maybe something that they critique about themselves, that they was like, oh, well, maybe I didn't have the wrinkles up under my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, I wish I was a little taller, something. So maybe she could feel a particular kind of way about the person saying that she is not aging well, being that she is in entertainment and in Hollywood. I don't know, you guys. I'm at the 25-minute mark. I don't want to tarry on this too long. I'm just shocked and surprised that it's in the news and that, we're talking about this, that, R&B diva Miss America, she's not aging well. And I really and truly, in my opinion, I will say now this is where we've gone a little bit too far, Yeah. But I don't know. It is what it is. Well, over here, I believe in putting you behind where your heart desires to be. And whenever I leave my mother's presence, she always says to me, baby, remember, I love you, but God loves you best. And on that note, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next video. And until then, take care of yourselves out there. I know I will.